Oh boy, am I going to have a field trip with these comments. Let's go. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. If you want a whore, buy her. If you want a queen, earn her. No fats, no femmes, no Asians, what? Insert generic white guy shirtless holding a fish. Insert generic white guy on a snowboard. No, the dog isn't mine. If you're under 6 foot, don't message me. My likes, Netflix, wine and The Bachelor. Fluent in sarcasm. I'm not an asshole, I'm just honest, blunt, to the point, straightforward, keeping it real. I'm a nice guy. Greetings everyone, Danny here and welcome to today's episode of r/askreddit. Today we're reading the comments to the question of what's the bitchiest, most pretentious or entitled thing someone can have in their online profile. This question was asked by RandoBrandoBanjo. If you enjoyed today's video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel as I greatly appreciate your support. Let's go. Always the smartest person in the room. Then you're in some pretty fluff and dense rooms, aren't you, you numpty? Probably won't swipe right on you. I don't message first. I see this on Bumble a lot, like, do you know how this app works? I had an ex-friend put her Facebook IQ test results. I suggested that she take it down since her score was 87. Thank you for the gold, kind stranger. But 87 is a B+. And I'm not saying that she was stupid, but she did fall for "You are our 1 millionth visitor" website prizes, and she got catfished on 3 different occasions. Seriously, how stupid can you be? If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. Fluff your worst and fluff your best too. Okay, so this is pretty long, but Empathy is Trending made a very good response to the "if you can't handle me at my worst" quote, and I'd like to read it out. What bugs me most about this is that I think the sentiment comes from a good place. Long-term relationships require being there for each other during the rough times. You'll get unexpectedly laid off, you'll be injured, you'll lose loved ones. Stuff happens. If someone doesn't want to be there for you while you're looking for a new job or mourning a death, they aren't the right person to have in your life when things are going well. However, a lot of people seem to have turned this phrase into an excuse to demonstrate abusive relationship behavior. At my worst should mean while struggling through difficult times in my life, but still trying to be a good person and a good partner. It should not mean I don't care if I'm being unfair or cruel, deal with it. There's an edit. I want to include a note here to keep this from being too hard on the people who post this quote. Some people may genuinely mean I'm looking for a partner to support me through life's ups and downs. Those who mean I'll be nice to you sometimes so I deserve being allowed to be abusive to you sometimes are in a very unfortunate mindset. They probably genuinely believe that it's okay to treat your loved ones like crap sometimes. It follows that they might not recognize when they are being abused by others, because they consider occasional abusive behavior as normal. They also likely push away any kind of supportive individuals with their occasionally abusive behavior. If you happen to know someone with this mindset, I would encourage you to fight against the desire to be judgmental and instead see if you can explain to them the folly of their logic. If they refuse to listen, that's fine. It's not your job to educate others. But if they do listen, then you both win. Some people who think like this had horrible parents who were emotionally abusive and justified it with "I pay for the roof over your head, so I can say whatever I want." I don't speak broke, sorry. I don't know why that has to be a female voice. It could be like a dude going, "I don't speak broke, sorry." Comes from people who literally spend their parents' money. Outspoken, opinionated, and I make no apologies for it. Not for the faint of heart. Colleague's unemployed wife has this on her Facebook. She should just write "I'm rude" and save everyone the trouble of reading the rest. The no apologies part is what gets me. I can handle you having opinions and outspoken about certain stuff, but the no apology definitely means she doesn't shut up about it. When people say only God can judge me, every time I see that line I cringe because I know only foolishness will follow. And here we have one of my favorite memes. Only God can judge me. You a thought. Your tattoo says only God can judge you, yet here I am. Gotta say, when I left the house this morning I sure didn't expect to discover my own divinity. But that tattoo is trashy as fluff, so that can only mean one thing, I guess. I once saw a profile that said all the countries this girl had visited. Denmark, Sweden, Australia, Cameroon, Thailand, Japan and many more. Then it said her exes brought her to France and China, which she did not enjoy. She said if you wanted to date her, you better bring her to nice places, or else. I've got a nice place to bring you. Pennsylvania. A nice one. I read this first as Pennsylvania and I quietly got excited because no one has offered to take me to Pennsylvania before. Oh boy, here's my favorites. Venmo me $5 and see what happens. So for those of you out of the loop, this is what I'm talking about. And yes, this stuff really happens, and yes, guys actually pay those girls. Boss babe, entrepreneur, mommy, hashtag unique. PM for details. Wink emoji, lipstick emoji. Yeah, any MLM. Any of them. Why did we let them rebrand pyramid schemes as MLM anyway? The best part is when you get corrected. It isn't a pyramid scheme. It's like they've at least learned the pyramid scheme is bad. They just didn't learn what it actually was. It's multi-level marketing. Oh, you're so uneducated, peasant. Get away from me. Which is nearly, very nearly, but according to apologists, it's not at all literally the same fluffing thing with a different name. Edit. There are literally people defending multi-level marketing in the replies, so I removed literally from my statement, suggesting multi-level marketing are the same as pyramid. I love you, dudes. Example of MLM message. I highly recommend Copiaba essential oil from Young Living. PM me and I can give you more info or a sample. No one is interested in your MLM, especially for a toddler in pain. GTFO. I'm not like most girls, or you know my name, not my story. Damn, my inbox. The last one is super cringy. Just why? I'm guessing if she was a story, she'd be a pamphlet. Nice one, dude. Fluent in sarcasm. Just so cheesy and overused. The funny thing is, they never are. Anytime they're wearing one of those shirts and are faced with "nice shirt, bro," they take it as a compliment. Shaking my head. Anytime someone says this to me, regardless of what I'm wearing, I respond with, "Thanks, I bought it myself." Here's my pet theory about fluent in sarcasm. People want to think of themselves as belonging to team something or other, some above average quality. Sarcasm almost never means dry sense of humor in this context. Rather, it's aspiring to some kind of worldly sophistication. Being fluent in sarcasm means they're not a rube, not a fool, not a sucker. Sarcastic people are smarter than that. Or so the underlying assumption goes. So this is why you get dating profiles that proclaim the writer is fluent in sarcasm with no actual sarcasm in evidence. Easier to say you're on a team sarcasm than to actually be sarcastic about anything. Same thing for my friends tell me I'm funny. It's team funny. Easier to wave that self-description than to actually make a joke. And in the last few years, the word sapiosexual has become one way for people to say they're on team smart. Easier to say you're something than to be something, in profile writing as in so much else. Sorry, I don't have time to talk since I'm on the grind trying to make it big, unlike you guys who keep on sleeping on me, hashtag underdog, hashtag 110%, hashtag quit sleeping. The fluff? Why are you on social media then? Here's an edit. This silver doesn't belong to me, it belongs to all of you who join me in this roasting these. In roasting these grinders. This is a victory for all. I feel bad for women who have never been told they are too outspoken, too bold, too wild, too adventurous, too feisty, or too sensual. What boring lives they must lead. My heart was never made for a small town, for one-track minded people. I was never made to be confined in a bubble. I knew that back then, and I for sure understand even better now. End of story. From a girl I used to work with. Anyway, do you want to buy some essential oils? I'm not like other girls. I buy excessive oils. I gotta love the MLM dissing going on here. Oh boy, am I going to have a field trip with these comments. Let's go. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. If you want a whore, buy her. If you want a queen, earn her. No fats, no femmes, no Asians, what? Insert generic white guy shirtless holding a fish. Insert generic white guy on a snowboard. No, the dog isn't mine. If you're under 6 foot, don't message me. My likes, Netflix, wine and The Bachelor. fluent in sarcasm. I'm not an asshole, I'm just honest, blunt, to the point, straightforward, keeping it real. I'm a nice guy. Okay guys, that was enough for today. I hope you really enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, as it greatly helps me out. And as always, I'll be crediting all the posters from Reddit now. So the posters are amildman, the storefront, Mr. Suns 10, thisesmeaningless, mizmaddy, Intranetusa, I hope I pronounced that correctly, mizmaddy, ScottEvil110, empathy is trending. I think I've seen your other post, dude. Legit Henry T, Dissonant Girl, GT3 Touring, CMC just here for the humor, Ubud86, Swiggityswell, Gentlefolk, Brian Chua 6969. I totally fluffed that one up. I'm sorry. Brian Choi maybe. PouponMacaque, Oppai Waifu. It's funny because macaque is a bad word in Belgium. Oppai Waifu XO, the storefront again. Lamellar 0622, CMC again, puffadda, Littlebotweak, zambiaguy, SubsahranCamleRider, okay, to the 10th power, HoneyMinx, Dr. Doof, PhotoGuy423, Analheim D's, VonMeatstein, what's with the names, Rachel Karen Green, Tensing99, SortaScientificish, I can't spell, SouthernYankeeWitch, ShadowSmith16, WinterAdvocate, Similar Tower, Jim Oki Dog Carpets, oh my god, I'm fluffing this one up, Johnny Utah, The Lost Werewolf, So Much Nut, Booze Amuse, Wheaty Boy, Thalion66, Scoop is Crowned, Fudgy Slippers, Patriot Gamer, Lebar, Patriot Gamer again, sorry, Bad Diplomat, Neutral No Prism, that's a cool name, Napkin, and that's pretty much it. Thank you all.